Hi, my name's Heidi. Today we're here at the One Pearl Club and I'd like to introduce to you our chef of the day, Chef Jeremy Leong.
Good having you again.
It's lovely to be back to your restaurant. We made a wonderful dish last time with the pineapple and the duck, and so I'm incredibly excited to hear what you're going to be cooking for us today.
Well, today I'm going to introduce coca spare ribs.
Cocoa spare ribs.
Right.
Ah, that's a very unlikely combination.
This Asian dish comes from two thoughts.
Right.
One of it was that in Mexican cooking, people do use chocolate in their cooking.
Okay, in savoury dishes.
Right, in savoury dishes. And on the other hand, like 30 years ago, in Hong Kong, people already has been using coffee and using orange into their cooking, into their Chinese food cooking for savoury dishes.
I see. Ah.
So this is a dish that derives from that and is a combination of two cultures.
Wow, that sounds great, but it seems a little complicated for me at the moment.
Well, let me bring you to shopping and I'll explain to you.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Heidi, so this is the kind of pork ribs that we're going to need today.
Okay, so now when I think of pork ribs, I obviously think of the whole piece. We're not buying the whole piece
Well,
today.
the whole piece is something like this.
Yeah.
Whereby this is a little bit leaner,
Right.
and this has the correct proportion of fat in it.
Oh, we want fat, do we?
We want a little bit of fat to it to give it a little bit more moisture.
Oh, I don't know. It looks like this has got a lot of fat too, though.
Well, after you cook it, guarantee you will not see it in the
I
afternoon.
won't see it now. Okay.
I found something that works with this recipe very well too. It's a walnut chocolate.
Walnut chocolate. This is meant for spreading on bread, but we're not going to be spreading on bread today. We're going to be spreading it on
Pork ribs.
pork ribs. Okay. So, and I've got here intense cocoa, and this is basically a lot of cocoa powder in it, and but it's a chocolate.
It is pure chocolate. this
Pure
one.
chocolate. So we can cook with either of these or cocoa powder. And you're going to tell us how to do that, right?
Sure.
How to alter the dish according
Sure.
to what chocolate we're using.
Right.
Great. Okay, so Jeremy, we've got all these wonderful and unusual ingredients in front of us. So which one are we going to be using first?
Well, first I'm going to show you how we marinate the pork ribs.
Okay.
Okay. Before we can do that, you need shallots and a little bit of ginger.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to quickly cut this.
Yeah.
Since
Chunky.
it's not a lot, I'm going to use just half of it.
Right.
Well, you
okay.
basically just cut it into small pieces.
Uh-huh.
You cut it into small pieces.
We're going to use the ginger in a second, aren't we?
Yes.
Chop it also finely.
Finally.
Now, it was an interesting thing that I saw a chef do was that they had to cut both onion and ginger up, and they put the two of them and they chopped them together, so it saved time.
Well, I
no?
do believe that you can actually mix it properly in a bowl too. For me, I kind of believe.
Don't you think it's quicker to be able to chop them all together
Well, without your fingers.
without your fingers? Okay. Well, I thought it was really cool what they were doing, but probably better for someone that's not so professional, not so quick.
See.
Okay. So we put our
very
ginger
simple.
and our shallots.
First, I'm going to use a little bit of sugar.
Okay.
Here.
That good old sugar,
Right. Salt.
salt.
We're going to use a little bit of something unusual.
Yep.
And this is 7-Up or Sprite.
Ah, this is the Sprite. Okay. What does it do?
It actually acts as a tenderizer to the meat itself.
Ah.
With some marinating experiments tells us that it actually makes the meat of the pork more tender.
Okay, so what are you adding now?
This is corn flour.
Corn flour.
And after a while, you would see that As I put in flour, you will see that the moisture will be absorbed after
Yeah.
2 hours when you put them in the
Sure.
fridge.
So it just sort of sucks up all the juice. How long are you going to be marinating it?
Usually I marinate them overnight in the restaurant,
Okay,
but you can do it within 2 hours
a few hours.
in
okay.
the fridge. When the weather is very hot, keep
Always
it
in the
chiller.
fridge, otherwise, ugh.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Now we are ready to do the sauce,
Chocolate sauce.
which is something very simple too.
Uh huh.
Now first I'm going to start with this cocoa powder.
Yep. Okay. So put it into.
I'm going to put it in
Right.
into the pot.
Now this is the original cocoa powder that we were talking about, which we did not buy at the shopping centre.
Right.
But you can buy it actually in a lot
You
of
can
places.
buy them.
What is that?
This is plum sauce.
Plum sauce. Okay,
Sour
that's
plum
easy.
sauce.
Easy to buy. Easy to buy here.
Right.
Okay, sour plum sauce.
And this is barbecue sauce, which some of them call them A1 sauce.
A1. Okay, barbecue sauce. This really is the weirdest sort of combination. I'm very interested to try this.
Tomato ketchup.
Tomato ketchup. Jeremy, are you sure this is going to work?
Of course it's going to work.
And this is sugar.
This is sugar and
And
a
this-
little bit of salt. Finally, while I'm mixing it, I'm going to use a little bit. Now, this is actually vegetable stock.
Okay.
It's actually water that was brewer stock that was that I've added carrots,
Stop
I've
mixing.
added celery.
Yeah.
But this we will have to mix this and under a
Oh,
little
you
bit
got
of
the
heat.
Okay. Okay.
And although we have to be, we want to be very careful though because of what it is.
Yeah.
This tomato ketchup and this, all this are going to stick to the bottom of the pot very quickly.
So we need to keep it on a low heat
Right. We need to keep the heat low.
then? Okay. How long do we cook this then for?
Well, you can cook it once everything is diluted, is melted and dissolved properly. It's already done.
Okay, now you've actually got one here that's,
Right.
that's already made. That's what it should look like in the end, right?
It just looks like a little bit slightly thicker than normal liquid.
Yeah, I'm going to try it.
How does it taste?
It's so strange.
I tell you, it's going to be a special recipe.
Yeah, it is. I'm excited. Okay, so what's next then?
I'm going to put in a little bit of the same chocolate
Cocoa,
powder,
yeah.
the cocoa powder,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to sprinkle this.
Oh, that is fabulous.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So what we're going
What
to
a
do after
smart
this
idea.
is you already have a fork imprint of a fork.
Yeah, that is fabulous.